Hello, I'm Melanie Cambridge, and I'm been working with the Way Gallery for several years now. So it's really nice to be able to welcome you to visit my studio and take a look round at what I'm doing, how I'm coping with the restrictions, and also into some of my working practices, which I hope you will find interesting and enjoy. The main working space in my studio is based in the window. The studio faces north, so I have the northern light coming in behind me, making this a great place to work all day in consistent light. I have enough space to lay out my paints, and as you can see at the moment I have a tripod because I've been doing quite a few tuition videos. As you can see, my office side of the business is sort of squeezed in around all the paintings. One of the things I have missed is being able to go out on location to paint and sketch. Instead of which, I've been doing some sunset paintings from my studio window. Here they are, here are the recent efforts that have laid out waiting to be varnished. When I'm doing this, I've been able to turn the easel around and look out through the window so that I can paint or at least sketch the ideas of the colours I see in preparation for finished paintings. Within my studio I have this studio gallery wall where I will hang finished paintings and paintings in progress, and I find it a very useful feature to be able to stand back and look at work, to reassess and think, is that finished, does it need more? It's also quite useful to have things in frames because they do look different when they're framed. And one of the fun features on my studio wall is this lovely little artist's palette clock, given to me by some students many years ago down in Cornwall. Reminds me of happy times, and also I think it's very appropriate to have hanging on my gallery wall. So I hope you enjoyed having a quick look around my studio and the facilities I've got here. I wanted now to talk to you about, obviously new work that I'm producing and how it's been in lockdown. It's been difficult for everybody, especially I paint outdoors a lot. I spend a lot of time out on the beach sketching and painting, and I've really missed that. And at the beginning of lockdown I thought, how on earth am I going to cope with all this? But actually it's been time to reflect. I've been going through some of my sketchbooks, reworking some paintings, and I found that I have an in-depth knowledge. You look at a sketch and suddenly realise that brings back the memories, the colours, it's sort of your experience of the place. One of my favourite places to paint is down at West Wittering Beach and along the south coast, and also a little bit along the Solent. So a lot of my paintings are based on experiences of going there. Here's a painting of my studio that's in the early stages. As I explained before, because I'm working in layers. This is the sort of the initial thin layer of paint into which I will glaze more colours and then add some cloud into the sky, and then finally these figures that are very, very loosely marked in. I want to create that feeling of atmosphere with people just drifting through. And so I've blocked them, I've put them in very, very loose, and I will bring them a little bit more detail, but not too much, otherwise the whole feeling of the painting is lost. This painting is literally just the atmosphere of an evening down at the beach when everyone's gone home, and it's about half finished. I work in layers, so I had an underlay, and I've just started to put the second layer of colour into the sky and indicate the initial wetness of the beach at evening when it's gone very dark. I'm going to let this dry now, and then I'm going to incorporate a few clouds which are sort of coming in as the sun's going down as another layer. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look around my studio and learning a little bit about the way that I work and how I've had to adapt during the lockdown period. As we move into a time of less restrictions, the Way Gallery has reopened, which is wonderful, and they now have a selection of some of my very latest paintings. So if you are in Godalming and you're able to go down, do call in to see them. And if that's not possible, then maybe take a look at their website, which enables you to look at mine and all the other artists' work in the safety of your own home. So thanks again for joining me. Keep safe, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.